What is a common skill you just can't seem to master? By Ascredit. Estimating distances. Was that 50 meters? 100 meters? 500? Hell if I know.
Do I have this too? Also, when something says this room is about 8 m2 and I can for the life of me not grasp how big that would be.
It's handy to use imaginary objects to visualize things approximately. E.g., a tall person is about 2 meters, a bus is about 15 meters, a rugby pitch is 100 meters, etc.
I did competitive swimming in high school, so I remember the length of a 50 m pool.
Not sure I'd trust myself to be accurate on that, given how much the length of the pool feels like it varies depending on if I'm at the start or the end of a practice session.
Shuffling a deck of cards, for the love of God I can't get it down. I've spent time alone, had people show me how, and I just can't.
I can't do this, either. Especially the ruffle shuffle. They end up edge to edge, rather than between each other. That ends up folding or tearing the cards, rather than shuffling them. I've destroyed more decks of cards trying to shuffle than most people can imagine. I can't whistle.
I learned to whistle by inhaling. Somehow one day it just clicked into reverse and now I can whistle in perpetuum. Maybe inhaling helped me figure out the embouchure needed to achieve it while exhaling. Try it out. Later I learned to hum and whistle simultaneously to make that classic UFO hovering noise. My nephew is both amazed and puzzled by it. It's hilarious.
Way to make me feel way less special about one of my special skills, whistling in and out forever and ever, lol.
If you really want to feel less special, try the harmonica or bagpipes. It's wonderfully humiliating. And expensive. Whistling out here free as hell, though.
Me either. We're disappointments to our entire family.
Whisper the letter Q in English to yourself. Notice the whistly part of the letter, keep experimenting with how your lips are puckered at that moment and how you blow the air out. Keep doing that.
Bro. I've never been able to whistle in my entire life and I just sounded like a bird. You're amazing.
What part of Q is whistle?
The end where your lips are pursed and kinda look like a kiss. There's a sweet spot to it, fancy music term for it is embouchure, with the aperture being the actual size of the parting of your lips. The tongue inside the mouth is what controls most of the pitch, with the movement of the lips being pretty minimal. This goes for wind instruments as well. I know brass especially from experience, but it still applies to woodwinds.
Oh my god, this worked.
Snapping my fingers. F dash.
I can only snap with my non-dominant hand, not sure if that's normal or not.
Same. My right hand, I can do everything with utter complete confidence and accuracy. My left hand, and I can snap.
Opposite for me, I can only snap with my dominant hand. With my non-dominant hand it's like a wet flop.
I'll see if I can type this out. This worked for my friend years ago. Look at your open palm. Bend your ring finger down and press it against the squishy part of your palm below where your thumb starts. Push your middle finger and thumb together. With a little pressure, have them slide off each other and your middle finger slide quickly down the length of your thumb and smack the base of your thumb, just above where your ring finger is pressed against. The thing most people miss is pressing the ring finger against the palm, since this pulls the skin tight and acts a bit like a drum when your middle finger hits your ring fingernail and thumb base. Without the ring finger, snapping just makes a pathetic thud sound. Hope this helps you snappers, folks.
The thing most people miss is pressing the ring finger against the palm, since this pulls the skin tight and acts a bit like a drum when your middle finger hits your ring fingernail and thumb base. Without the ring finger, snapping just makes a pathetic thud sound. Hope this helps you snapless folks. Ho snap lie snap f snap 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 edit. My fingers are now sore, but I can now snap where before I could only snap. To expound on the previous guy's words, The junction between ring finger and base of thumb acts somewhat as a clapper cavity as the middle finger snaps down. Not the skin itself, but the small cavity of middle and ring and palm resonating as it snaps shut.
All ya gotta do is try to break one finger with another finger, but like, half-heartedly. Grinning face with smiling eyes.
Instructions unclear. Think I broke my finger.
I gotta go pick up some milk.
If you see my father, tell him that we really don't need the milk anymore, we just want him to come home.
I am right there with you. I cannot snap my fingers. Many have tried to help me with this skill but to no avail. I cannot do it. There is no snap. I do go through the motions when appropriate, snapping along to the music.
If it helps, the sound doesn't come from your fingertips. The sound comes from the fingers slapping against the spot where the pinky meets the palm. I use my ring finger to snap.
I naturally snap with my middle finger against the base of my thumb. When I try it with my ring finger, it still hits the same spot. We have differently structured hands, I think.
Getting all the components of a meal ready at the same time.
Same. I recommend using the keep warm setting on your oven and amp/or slow cooker if you don't have a warming drawer on your oven.
You can't fool us, we all know that's just the cookie sheet drawer.
That's supposed to be for temporary food storage.
I've heard it used for food before too, but I would never put food down there. It's never warm and is dirty on older ovens.
Gotta make sure you do all of the prep and measuring things out before starting to cook. Nothing like having to run into the pantry 10 minutes in to get something and throwing you off.
Good mise en place helps a lot.
Dancing. My body just can't coordinate with my scumbag brain to be able to dance.
Same. It's awful. Sometimes when I'm alone I'll try to dance and just feel the music. It feels awkward and awful. I can't even imagine how it looks.
I don't remember writing that comment.
It's like the visual version of listening to your own voice. After not being allowed to join my sister and cousin when we were kids while they made dance routines up, I literally just got the confidence to start dancing like it didn't matter anymore within the last 6 months. Then went to a gig with my boyfriend, who proceeded to tell me a couple of days later, "It's so funny, you just have 2 dance moves that you use on repeat." Needless to say, I lost all confidence after that comment and would rather go to a gig and sit and drink than dance now. My body wants to move, but I'm too self-conscious to actually do it. Ruins the fun somewhat.
2 dance moves is more than a lot of people have. Myself included.
Ah, thanks guys. I might just rock my 2 dance moves then and not worry about feedback. At the end of the day, as long as you're feeling the music and letting your body do its thing, who cares, right? Feel much lovelier from reading these comments XXXX.
Hey look, it sounds like your heart is in the right place. Just watch a couple of basic YouTube videos and grow your list from 2 moves to 4, then 8. What's he gonna do now? Make fun of your 8 moves?
I used to feel the same. Sharing my experience: 1. Feel the beat and just nod your head for a song or 2. 2. Spread the nodding feeling towards your upper body by swaying side to side. 3. Keep the movement and eventually your upper body will drag your legs, turning into a 2-step for profit. You're dancing.
Yeah. I'm doing it.
If it's important to you, it means you love to dance, but it bothers you to not be able to do it in a cool way, and not embarrass yourself in front of your friends. But you should know that you can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. 'Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. But is that safe?
Same, I am not shy or whatever, I just can't dance. It really annoys me when people say everybody can dance in order to get me started. My moves are super awkward and I make other people uncomfortable if I tried. I did show a group of my friends once when they suggested dancing. After 2 seconds a friend told me to stop and apologized by saying, "You are right, you really can't dance."
Came to post. I work in audio, but for some reason if I have to be on a dance floor I can't connect rhythm to make my body move.
Folding a fitted sheet.
Okay, so here's the move. Stick your hands in a corner, any two corners, bring them together, and just skarks here real fast in a circular motion. Condensed ball of sheet, more than acceptable.
I like the way you wrote that. Describes it perfectly.
Takes a bow.
Ball it up and store it in the pillowcase it goes with.
This is the only correct answer.
Detecting the presence of a coffee table without using my shin.
Yeep. Add in super pale skin and anemia and you're left with perpetually black and blue shins. Hot. Woman face palming medium light skin tone.
Bruised leg gang in the house, common culprits for me, bed frame, stairs, even just merely walking. I will bump forward/trip on something at least once a day.
Rolling my tongue. Like how Hispanic people pronounce their R's. The bad part is my mom is Dominican.
Does she tease you mercilessly? Haha. I can roll mine, but not consistently. So when I try, it's either lovely, or you get a fart sound. Woman face palming medium light skin tone.
Oh yeah, whenever I ask her to teach me she just does it and walks away.
Mom's smiling face with open mouth and tightly closed eyes.
If you say gotta go really fast you'll end up rolling your R's on the TT in gotta. That's how my Arabic teacher taught the non-Arabs in my class.
In my language, Czech, there is a lot of R in there. I couldn't pronounce them either. I had to visit a speech therapist for some time to teach me how to do it.
I am Hispanic. Both my parents, my grandparents, my great-grandparents etc. are Hispanic. I grew up around Spanish PPL and the Spanish language. My parents spoke Spanish in the household to each other. I visit Spain all the time. I wouldn't say I'm bilingual, but I can get by. I cannot for the life of me roll my R's, and I feel a sense of shame that I can't. Ha ha ha.
I am nearly the exact same. Word for word. Except I don't visit Spain, and am from the Latin side of the Spanish world.
The key I've found that helps most people is the realization that the rolling isn't a physical muscle action but rather the result of blowing air into your tongue and causing it to vibrate.
I'm just an American who can't roll his tongue, but worst part for me was when I was living in Japan. Japanese actually has no R sound in their language. I had a Japanese friend who spoke English relentlessly taught me by rolling his Rs, because he first had to learn how to make the R sound, and then learn to roll it. Pissed me off lol.
Conversely, this accent expert claims that the American accent's R sound is quite unique, as few, if any, other accents / languages have it too. The kind where the side edges of the speaker's tongue touch their upper teeth.
You have to lightly touch your palate with your tongue, then exhale quickly. This will vibrate the tongue, causing it to roll. The R sound comes from using your throat to regulate the speed of exhalation, kind of similar to gargling but on your tongue.
I've tried, still sound like a dying pug.
This comment made me spit out my drink. LMAO.
Waking up to an alarm clock.
I've evolved to the point where I wake up and turn off my alarm, and even sometimes answer some texts or an email without ever waking up. I wake up a few hours later and read replies I sent like who TF sent this.
I do this. I use my Google Home Mini as an alarm and you just gave to say stop to turn it off. I've done this in my sleep. Now I have a puppy that wakes up when the alarm gets up and licks my face till I'm up. I love it.
Pup alarm.
I call that not being legally awake.
Oh dear, have you ever sent anything you regretted? Thank God this homegirl hasn't gotten to that point. Maybe. It's cause I don't reply to messages when I'm awake either.
Not who you replied to, but in my job I have automated calls about environmental alarms at the data centers I work in when I am on call. Just this week I apparently received a call about a high room temperature around 4 p.m. I work third shift, so I was sleeping, and apparently hit the number to acknowledge I got the alarm. I don't remember that call at all, but all the logs say I received the call, and acknowledged it. That data center room got to close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit before someone caught it. Sad face.
Oh yikes, if it got any hotter, what would be the least of your worries?
I can wake up just fine, but remembering to set an alarm was so effing hard for me. Always ended up putting it off, accidentally falling asleep, then waking up in a panic. Getting a smart speaker really helped with that. I just fall into bed, and even if I'm drunk I remember to say Alexa set an alarm for 6 a.m. Then every morning at 6 a.m. I say Alexa snooze for 15 minutes. It's almost criminal how underutilized that brilliant little speaker is. Always weather, alarms, and timers with me, LOL.
How to socialize in groups of new people. I'm okay with socializing, just not in a setting where I don't know anyone.
For me it's any group. Me and my friend will talk all day, add one person to it and I'm quiet as F.
Same here. I'm usually observing what's going on and I usually won't say anything until I'm directly addressed.
But then they say that you're so quiet, are you bored? Sad smiley or worse, who are you again?
Swimming.
Same. I'm a marathon runner and can bike for days. Would love to do an Ironman, but I swim like a bag full of kittens.
Interesting comparison. Iron Man is intense, but the swim is by far the shortest event. Take the 70.3 race. You will swim for 35 to 45 min, bike 3h 3h30, run 2h30. It looks like a mountain. But a swimming coach can get you into a good mode within 2 months. Don't give up on that dream, man.
Similar for me, I can't tread water or swim above water. I can submerge and swim around underwater, but I can't keep myself afloat unless I roll my body into a ball and float to the surface that way. And then the best I can do to keep from drowning is panicked doggy paddling. My college roommate tried to teach me the front stroke once, but I just kept sinking at a 45-degree angle. I've given up on pools unless there are lifesavers or pool noodles nearby. Thank you for watching. We upload new videos every day, so be sure to come back for more fun. Please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the video.